out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, is still short of the first down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lane. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. A first down for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Yellow Jackets pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. What these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
The Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Keeps the legs moving. Steps away. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Fights off a defender. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Quarterback will audible. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers in all of the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll try the run. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Handoff from the gun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. Looking downfield, it's King. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Wide receiver shows motion. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Caught in the backfield, it's Slane. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
A 3rd and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. The offense lining up for a first down play. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Using his legs, it's Gordon. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. Unloads it left. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Not all DBs make the play in the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oklahoma State 7, Georgia Tech 3.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've got him looking raw, but they're going to throw it. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Tripped up for the tackle.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Kansas State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
He's looking to throw it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot. You can be a linebacker, corner, safety, anybody. And you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Got him downfield. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
The Cowboys are threatening in the red zone. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. unleashes to the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's King. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that.
Racing to the right. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point was good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. He'll come out throwing on first down. Uncorks one to the middle. Makes the grab. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. A first down run in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want going to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
14.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Goes to the option. At the 35, he's got room. Running toward the tape. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Lane. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Just feeds the running back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it. It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking to throw, it's King. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there, and it was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult for him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a catch past the sticks. Touchdown, Cowboys! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that play.
To the air, it's King. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma State! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Georgia Tech, 17.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up.
And they got him for the sack.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job.
Can anyone catch him? And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
The option look. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oklahoma State 28, Georgia Tech 17.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll leave it with him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And they... to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Duke is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 35 to Missouri. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Going up top on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. The Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this group.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. They're trying to get to it. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
You like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw in.
On the option. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And the Cowboys trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. The back goes in motion. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Cowboys! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lane. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Bringing it back. The 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. On the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Oh, it's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate